Greetings and welcome to this new edition of Dante de Leon series, DLLs, talking about series, movies, and pop culture. I don't know if you saw the first episode of the Goosebumps series. They are now available on the Hulu and Disney Plus streaming platform. I found them very good with a good moments and mystery or a scary jump. I have criticism. I found certain part of the series to be somewhat strong at the description that the series is for 11 years old. I explain that there are references to alcohol and comment about the pornography that I found out of place. My daughter didn't realize, nor did she realize, that there was a trans character. This kind of thing made me half historical, but it's the time and Disney is increasingly surrendered to the woke world, abandon the conservative public. But other than that, the series is very good and understanding is going very well so far. I really like the movie that Jack Black made. They are much more familiar than the series that the Disney given us. I think it was closer to the 90s series. It was quite innocent. The teenagers look like what they are, children. But this series want to work out cycling mode measure them. Okay, in the analysis of the monster of the week about the supernatural, let's talk about the monster of the week. Okay, this time we are talking about the chapter season 1, episode 8, titled Box. This is a synopsis. After a construction work dies from the insect that entered in his brain, Sam Dean investigates the town's history and discovers that the new housing development is being built on a sacred Indian land. The Indian cursed the land after their reservation was raided and destroyed. Sam and Dean must find a way to survive and kill the deadly swarm of bees, locusts, spider, and beetles. This chapter addresses a real problem regarding indigenous population in the United States and their resistance to displacement, the search for the preservation of their culture and protection of the sacred thing of the indigenous people. The history, the history of indigenous people in the U.S. as in all of America is very sad, and Oklahoma symbolizes a deep wound in the ancestral people of America, the true owner of the American continent. Here's some fact about the episode. The episode titled Box refers to the central theme of the episode, which involved an insect infestation that turned into a supernatural problem. The episode first aired on November 15, 2005. The director is Kim Manor. Manor was featured director of the series and worked on a numerous episodes throughout its run. The writer of this episode is Rachel Navi, and Billy Coakley was one of the few episodes that was not written by the series creator Eric Kripke. This series is very interesting because this series has a reference of the Kafka book Metamorphosis. This episode contains reference to the literary classic of Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. He's a Czechoslovakian people which is about the transformation of a man into a giant insect. But the episode is not about the transformation of someone in a super bug. It's about the control of this bug. Okay, but the character take and put this reference about the review of this episode. Have a mixed review. Okay, the first 7 episodes take of urban legend. Okay, Bloody Mary. The 7th episode is about the Hookman. It's about the urban legend, but in this moment, stop to speak about the maybe political situation issue about the American native, and maybe this in this moment make some bad feeling about the episode. Bob is known for receiving a mixed review from fans and critics. It is considered one of the least notable episodes of the series. About the character development or through the episode itself does not add much for the central plot of the series. Is focused of the development of the relationship between the Winchester brothers and how they face challenges together. This episode is explained a diversity of plot that the supernatural explore throughout its season, from Monster of the Week episode for the large narrative, central narrative. Okay? That for me is very interesting, and this channel in the beginning I tried to explain this. I start with the comparison between X-Files and Supernatural. I look similarities, okay? I have a video that explains this, but this video, sorry, is in Spanish. I need to translate to English, okay? That is why I started this channel, because I'm super interested in Supernatural and X-Files, okay? Kim Manners is a director of this chapter, but Kim Manners worked not just in Supernatural. He starred in the X-Files. Okay, that is why I look a similarity about between Supernatural and the X-Files. Look this point about the career of the Kim Manners. Kim Manners, born in 1951, he's dead. He died in 2009. Was American television director known for his work on a variety of the popular series, including X-Files. Okay, it's important, and Supernatural. Here, you have relevant information on his career and contribution. Okay, so that is why I look very similarity about between Supernatural and X-Files, because one of the director of the X-Files worked in Supernatural. Careers in X-Files. Kim Manners was a director in X-Files for several seasons, being one of the most notable directors of the series. He directed numerous key episodes that helped define the tone, the style of the series. His work on the X-Files contributed significantly to its success and its reputation as an iconic science fiction series. Okay, and Manners also directs several episodes of the Supernatural, a series that continued to explore supernatural themes after X-Files. His contribution His contribution to Supernatural include memorable episodes that help establish an atmosphere and style of the series. Okay, he have a directional style. Kim Manner was known for his signature direct style that often involved atmospheric lighting, bold shots, and strictly visual storytelling. This style contributed to creation of the distinctive atmosphere of the series on which he worked. Uh, Number four, collaboration with Chris Carter. Manner has a close collaboration with the creator of the X-Files, Chris Carter, and other members of the production team. His contribution to the visual and narrative development of the series was significant. So you have no Chris Carter, but you have the number one in this series. So Supernatural don't have it's not Carter, but he has Supernatural have the second most important directed and creative people of the file in Supernatural. That is why it's super nice, Supernatural, because it's not X File. Because you look X File and you look Supernatural are very different, but in the same time it's very singularity, very similar. Okay, and the Mr. Manor sadly passed away in 2009 from lung cancer, and his death is a very blow to the whole television industry. Okay, and he has a very good legacy with the X-Files and the Supernatural. And we'll talk a little more of Kafka, Metamorphosis, and the central idea, okay, of this book. I recommended this book in the university. You need to read this book in the college, but I don't know. The central idea of Frank Kafka, the Metamorphosis, is the alienation. Alienation is put apart the people, and deshumanization of the individual in a sensitive, ruthless society. Okay, the true story of the Gregor Samsa who wake up one day transformed into a giant insect. Yeah, baby. Kafka explored fundamental then such alienation, family conflict. Hello, you change, you converting in the super insect, suddenly, okay. Deshumanization routine. The book speak about the routine of go to the work, go to your home. It's all automatic, Speak about the social and family pressure because he is a Gregor feels trapped in the role of his provider, which led him to sacrifice his own life and well-being in the favor of his family. Okay, but what happened? I transformed into the insect, the young insect. So maybe it's about if you look the movie Click with Adam Sandler, it's very similar. It's not changed to the giant insect, but he is alienated. He's put a part of the family. He's just work because I need to go to some place, and work, and you only do is work. But your family, you don't see your children grown up because your focus is only in the work. And okay, and I have another stuff here. I think this movie is more close to the chapter the Supernatural. I know in the chapter make a reference about the Kafka book, but I have something here. I look more close to the supernatural chapter is a movie called Wheeler. Okay, I read the synopsis and explain what about this movie. Wheeler Style, Crispin Glover, is a social outcast who cares for his sick, frail but verbally abusive mother called Henrietta. Okay, is a mostly old mansion where there is also a colony of rats in the house basement. Wheeler is constantly humiliated in the front of his co-worker by his boss, the cruel Frank Martin, a man who has a best interest in Wheeler failing at his job for a personal gain of death. One night, Wheeler finds a rat trap in his kitchen, which he adopts as a pet, and which he baptized, like call or name, Socrates, which has a usually high intelligence. Socrates take another rat to the house, which the young man called Big Ben. Given his abnormal size and strength, in a short time, Wheeler discovered that thanks to Socrates and Big Ben, the rest of the rats have learned to obey his order, so they trains them to help him and carry out a small revenge against the people who have mistreated him. However, he must constantly deal with the conflict between two rats, because while Socrates is passive and cunning, and Big Ben is aggressive, impulsive, jealous of the Wheeler affection for the Socrates. Everything changed when Wheeler boss finds Socrates and kills him for fun. Given this, the young mind decided to take revenge using the hundreds of training rats. Thus begin an escalation of death and madness, where he must try to stop Big Ben and himself. So this movie is more similar to this chapter of Supernatural called Box, because this movie speaks directly that how this force train and use animals, in the case of the Wheeler is animal, or in the case of the Supernatural is an insect, part of the animal world, to take some gold. So if you ask me, Wheeler is more similar to Box than Kafka books, but Kafka have a relation, because if you look the situation, the native American native have this situation, okay? Because the people ignore what happened with the Native American, and what suffer, what happened in the world of this native American native. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for everybody for look this video and listen, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.